So today I am making chili con carne, and my niece has done all the preparation already. She has seasoned it, putting everything that's necessary. So I am just cooking it together. This, she told me, is a Southern American dish, and it's usually served with cornbread. But I don't think I have enough time to make cornbread. So we have some pan-set noodles and veggies that was made by our Filipino friends, so I imagine that is a Filipino dish. So today, Americans will be meeting with Philippines. You know, actually, you could always do things different and come out with something good, eh? So, since we have been to America, we have tried so many different cuisines. We have been to Mexican food, Thai food. The only food we have not had yet is Indian food, authentic Indian food from India. We have been to the steakhouse. That was a steakout night. And today now we are going to try this Southern American dish, chili con carne. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, sir. Yes. So, we could be speaking any language now. Mexican, Thai, Chinese, any one of them. I even included, in, since we are here, I made pilau in Idaho. And I also did curry. Although it wasn't Trini curry, it was Guyanese curry. In Idaho as well as in California. Yes, so it is really, we have been here now, I think as much as 6 or 7 weeks, and we have not had one moment of boredom. We have had, you know, we kind of say we didn't miss home, and our thoughts go back to Trinidad pretty often. Our loved ones are there, but I believe to live in the moment. And you can't be in America and friends are extending their all to you. True friends, and that is something I would like to talk today about, true friends. So I will first see about what I'm doing here, and when Lance and I sit to eat, we would really like to talk about true friends, what it means to be true friends. Now that this is thoroughly cooked, we're going to add 2 tins of chili beans. Let this be. Easy like squeezy now. So this is my first American recipe. But Shamir did the works by seasoning up everything. Well, I've been anxiously awaiting sitting by this lake. Like the birds on vacation. I'm not seeing a duck in sight. Like they all ducking. So beautiful. So serene.
Ah, yes, Mama.
I can hardly believe that it's almost a week we are here.
A week, yes. Why not a week?
Today is Monday, tomorrow will be 1 week we are here. And it's the first time I'm coming out on the deck.
Serious?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Well, most evenings it was thunderstorm.
To
Then-
talk too loud, you know, because
So-
it might come again.
Yeah. So I think this afternoon is a pleasure to be out here
Mm-hmm.
eating some Southern American food mixed with some what do you call it? Pancetta
Pancetta?
noodles
Uh-huh.
and vegetables
Okay.
made by a Filipino.
Yes.
So
Hey, call the lady name, na man. Aline. No girl. Irene.
Irene, I thought you said don't call nobody name.
Yes. But in this instance, I feel we better call it. The noodles prepared by Irene and
Pancetta.
Pancetta, and we can't leave out the husband, eh?
No man, Tim.
Tim. And the what do you call this stuff again? Carne and whatnot. Prepared by
Chili con carne.
chili con carne and mincemeat prepared by your loving niece.
She seasoned it accordingly.
Yes. And we can't
all I
forget
did was put it together.
we can't forget her dear husband Owen,
Boy, I tell you.
a very precious friend. Is that why you want to talk about friendship?
Yes, because I feel that my let's say Grace. Yeah, I feel that my horizon
Uh-huh.
of the word friendship
Right.
has been so lived out.
Take a sip of this before I drink. I'm a ladies gentleman. Come on. You ladies first.
No glass to share.
No, 50-50. I don't need to share. I haven't been providing that for years.
Boy, I noticed on this holiday there are no 50-50, you know.
So I'm not your friend on this holiday then.
Mm-mm. On this holidays, see and eat as much as you want.
Look out for yourself. Hmm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Avocado?
yeah, boy. It's a good substitute. It's not like what we have grown in Trinidad. But I feel these are the ones we even get from Central America.
Mm-hmm. Good combination. Huh?
Delicious. A nice home food is good, eh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, I see Vids and Dinesh
On the cruise.
going to Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
Fellas, I hope all you're enjoying all this, Dinesh and Vids. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. A cruise is a good experience.
Mm-mm. Is that cruise going on?
I think so. I'm not sure.
So wait a minute. Let's talk about friendship. Good friends. You remember your working years? I mean, I tell you don't call names, but let me think about it. You remember your working years? Who were your real friends in your workplace?
Yeah, man. I have always been fortunate with friends. You know the Bible says, if you want friends, show yourself friendly.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really true and living word. Show yourself friendly. And I have always been fortunate with friends.
Mm-hmm.
The people I met all my life have been good friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I've learned to value a little more when it says a friend is a friend in need, a friend who supports you through good days and bad days, someone you can trust, someone
Who respects you.
who respects you
Mm-hmm.
and whom you should respect,
Who is there for you in times of crisis.
and in good times.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I thought of also a friend is someone whom will tell you like it is.
Be honest then.
Not what they want you to say to them, but you will call a spade,
Mm-hmm.
and your friend would not get angry with you
Right.
for saying it is as it is, because
Right.
it's an honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, coming back to your question about friends at work, I've had a lot of, I've been friendly with most people,
Mm-hmm.
and as I say, it was always, I've been lucky with friends.
Mm-hmm.
My very first boss at BP days,
You need to talk about.
was Dennis Harry Prasad.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis was a friend and a brother. I can say that he respected me. If I didn't do a good job, he will tell me he was not satisfied, and he will urge me to do it over. I used to be upset as a young girl, thinking he's making a child out of me. But looking back the long years over,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that because he would let me know how he felt about my performance, has prepared me for the entire working life.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, my boss was my friend. My brothers and sisters were my friends. We grew up together through thick and thin, and now we are old, and I can still say that we are there for each other.
Right.
So you could have a brother, you could have a sister. It's a blood brother, blood sister, but might never be a friend. But yes,
So a friend is somebody you could easily confide in.
yes, there should be.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be that trust,
I think it should be confidential.
confidential.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, I don't mind somebody using an experience that I have had that I would tell them about
Let's take a five from eating and talk.
as an example, because I know that there are certain experiences that I speak to other people about to help them to see and understand you're not alone in your troubles.
Right.
So, but I would never disclose who they were.
Right.
If it's something confidential, 50 for me.
You're quick on the draw here. Well, I look
Yeah.
quick on the draw.
A friend must be trusted. You must feel comfortable to express exactly what you're feeling. And we ought to respect each one for who they are.
Mhm.
We cannot make a friend into what we want a friend to be.
Mhm.
We can choose our friends. If there are certain qualities in someone that you don't really appreciate. They don't have to be a friend. It could be an acquaintance, or it can be, you know, you like the person, but you're limited because of certain characteristics in the person.
Okay. Take a 5 before it's off.
But coming back to the present, I've had several friends, our neighbors, our friends, our children, you know, but doesn't mean you agree on everything. You disagree, but you should be able to have that relationship whereby in that you can express how you feel. I really believe that to communicate, to express our true feelings on a matter, all of that will build trust. Not just be superficial. Being superficial is not a friendship. You appear that all is well and that's your good friend.
You ever had any friends or a friend who really disappointed you? Or you were not loyal to yourself?
Yes, I could think of one.
In what regard?
You know, sometimes, you know, you think you really know people, but as they grow older, you see them in a different light.
Right. So that you have had that experience.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you now being a disappointment to a friend? Ever crossed that hurdle?
Well, I was never told.
Fair enough. Okay, so we move on then.
I was never told. Well, not by friends, but there are people who have said, you know, I'm not like you know. There are other people. I'm talking about my friends.
You see, we can't pretend, or we cannot assume to be spotless.
No.
Right?
But talking about friends, I don't know how other people might perceive me. But I think with my friends, I think I have good, loyal friends.
Okay. So you talk from the perspective of you having loyal friends.
Good, loyal friends. And I really hope that I can be to them what they have been to me.
You think a person could go through life being so careful, so insulated that they don't need friends?
Yeah. I was reading something on Google, and this girl was talking about
Finish.
only recently she went on a vacation and she had 2 wonderful weeks with friends. And I thought, but this is so similar to my own wish, you know, what I was thinking. And she said it was the best years she have had. She was able to be free, to be who she was, and she enjoyed everyone so much, and she looked forward to being with them again. And before, she never had that kind of relationship because maybe she of herself wasn't comfortable with herself, lacking confidence maybe, you know. But now she's so glad that she is able to find friends and to see what it means to have good friends. I felt happy for her.
Yeah.
Because she's still with life, she has more years or whatever time she has that she can trust people and become friendly to people, and people will open up to her because you have to show yourself friendly.
Well, you know, I am so happy to hear you say that you are rejoicing for her. because this is a world that really needs a little friendship. That you could rejoice for somebody declaring that there is a bright spark now in their life.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know, that's another thing that I think she might have mentioned, that true friends rejoice for each other. There shouldn't be jealousy in true friendship.
Right.
And if there's no jealousy, you could rejoice and you could celebrate.
That's
but
right.
a lot of times, you have good friends over the years. I've heard people say it. And jealousy comes into the picture. And you could no longer rejoice for your friend. Instead, you start seeing all that she has and what you don't have. And then a relationship is destroyed.
Right.
So in true friendship, there's no jealousy. In true friendship, there's trust. You can depend on them in times of need. I mean, I would like to share some experiences we have had on this vacation.
Go ahead.
We have been on this vacation for the last 6 weeks. We have been into 6 homes of friends. We are now with my niece, who's a niece and a friend. She and her husband are our friends also. And plus the friends we met over the weekend through them. But the 6 homes that we visited came from all different walks of life. For example, Omar and Dee, they are Trinidadians. And Omar and Dee welcomed us into their home. They did everything in their power to make us at home, to be happy. They entertained us. They took us around to see places we had never been before. And it was a pleasurable time. These are Trinidadians. We went to some other friends. Sidoni and Gary, Kyra and
Warren.
Jamaican descendants. We have met Sidoni maybe 10 years ago, if that long. Sidoni and Gary were first friends with Omar and Dee. They met Lisa and Ian. They became friends. They came to Trinidad, stayed with us, and we have become friends, and we have had several vacations together. Then
we went to Yvonne.
Yvonne and Ralph, another Jamaican
Johnny.
couple, and Johnny. Open home everywhere, laughter, joy, pleasure, even sadness, but we were enjoying the moment together.
So let's move along the line now. Irene
And Bonnie.
and Bunny.
We visited Irene and Bonnie.
Again, Jamaicans.
Had a field day in the mango patch.
Mango patch. Field. Why don't you say field? Mango
In
patch.
their mango
You
field.
think it's a guava patch or what?
Had a great time. But time was short, so we had to move on to California.
So who been in California now?
Joe and Gary. Joe has been our dear, good friend. We met her in Trinidad. She came to a funeral. We smiled with each other. We chatted briefly. They returned to Trinidad. We entertained them. They came again. She lost that dear husband. She's remarried again. And being with Gary is as though we knew him all our lives. Gary, you really, it was like you were our friend from the very beginning.
Gary, romance. Romance, romance, romance.
We went together on that cruise together,
Mhm.
Joe and Gary. It was so much fun. And they were just there for us right through. We had to leave to go to the airport 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
Or was it 3:30? 4 o'clock we left.
Mhm.
Gary and Joe got out of their bed and took us to the airport. It meant leaving, getting up maybe since 3:30.
You have a raise your voice, please.
And I mean, they could have called Uber
For who?
to take
Uber,
us
Uber.
Uber to take us to the airport, but they were committed to take us personally.
So
to the
friends
airport.
are committed.
Friends are committed. Friends through thick and thin, they're with you. Once there's a need, a friend will be there. Likewise, we got to Idaho, Bernie and Tammy.
Oh yeah, boy.
We got there. They met us at the airport.
Mhm.
We had to leave their house 3:30 in the morning to take us to the airport to get our flight. I mean, these are folks that we are not always together, but when we get together,
Mhm.
it's like we just saw each other yesterday. That's
Yes,
true
so-
friendship.
so come on, man, too far.
True friendship are not, you're not having to give up one friend for the other. I always say there's room in the heart for all.
Now that's really a point you brought there.
There's room in the heart for all.
You mean to say because a friend could give up a friend for another,
There are people who do that.
that's kind of terrible.
There are people who believe in putting all their eggs into one basket. And that's when tremendous disappointment comes, because when you turn around, you have nobody else. Because you were so working on your one relationship, even with your kids. Never favor one before the other.
No word that was.
So it is all depends. Relationship is all depends on how we treat each other.
Hmm.
You know, once one of our old missionaries said,
Yeah, no, you need to talk.
he spoke about this lady,
Mhm.
and he said the more he met her, the higher she got in his esteem. And he said, you know, sometimes we have a fantastic opinion of someone, first impression, everything is so good. And the more you get to know them, the less they get in your esteem. So we have to be true and sincere to have true friends. We can have surface friends. We can have friends that, you know, for different reasons, and for sometimes, many times, for what we can get from our friends. But I want to say that I love all my friends,
Excuse me?
and it is not about what I can get from them, but it's because of our sincere relationship, honesty. We can have heart-to-heart talk with each other on feelings. Sometimes things that you may not even, you will talk with a friend that you may not even talk with your own family. It all depends on your relationship. So true friends are to be appreciated, not taken for granted.
So, from California and
We went
Idaho,
to Idaho, then we came.
we came here now to Jacksonville, and we have been meeting some wonderful people. But you know, I'm thinking, Louise, I'm thinking,
Food is good. Mhm.
I want to compliment people who we have not known, but who have been
Very good.
very present in making us comfortable. Strangers People we have met in the restaurants, people we have met on the planes, people we have met even when we have gone shopping, people who follow us on Messenger, people we really don't know, they're not in our circle
Friends
of friends, but they are present
in our
and
life.
and they you know, they kind of respect what we do. Amalu, you did well, girl.
We think about Tony and Santa,
Yeah.
whom from not knowing each other, we get to know each other 2 years ago. And we really hoping it can work out that we can see Tony.
Yes, most likely we
But
will see him.
Tony and Santa has been a very wonderful support system and very kind.
Oh, hold on a second. That's going to drown you out a bit.
Yeah. And all our wonderful friends we have back home in Trinidad.
That wasn't part of the act. That wasn't part of the act. But it came.
Vacation, vacation, vacation.
Vacation, vacation, vacation. So, you're saying?
Yeah. So, all our wonderful friends, though, as Lance said, those who we don't know who have been supporting us, we are thankful and really hope someday we will meet some of you. But we need each other. We are not islands. We need each other. And when they are friends, when you have a circle of friends, true friends, who's there with you through thick and thin, in good times and bad times, good support system, it's wonderful to know that we have found friends that we can trust,
Yeah.
friends that we can depend on, like family, friends that are like family. And we love you all and appreciate and really hope that the way I feel about some of my friends, I really hope that they feel the same way about me.
We'll find out. We will find out. Yeah. Look at the squirrel on the roof there. Ah, he's been.
Why?
Oh my!
Woo!
Do you know that squirrel has been eating up the persimmon fruit?
Really, they have persimmon fruit here?
Yeah, Owen has a tree out there.
Really? Is bearing it?
Yes, and he had 3 persimmon fruits. But the squirrel had its breakfast, lunch, and dinner today.
Oh my goodness, it was there? Oh boy.
Persimmon is a small fruit. I'm not acquainted with it,
It's very orange color, like a tangerine.
but it's tasty. Yeah.
Firm. I first had it in California a couple of years ago.
The only persimmon we have at home is what's on the wall.
But I don't know if
Made by,
persimmon
made
fruit
by,
is in Trinidad.
No,
I don't
but
think
made
so.
by what do they call it? By Benjamin Moore.
Benjamin Moore persimmon.
Benjamin Moore persimmon.
But it's very close color to the fruit
Yeah, but we've had it. We've had it somewhere.
in California.
California, yeah.
Yeah. So would you like to hail out to some of our friends?
No. All our friends, we hail out to you. But I'm thinking specifically about my daughter Liba. I have not been able to get away from remembering her often.
A good friend she was.
She was a good friend to us. She actually encouraged us before her death to come here, to travel rather. So, you know, it is really, when I think of her, I feel sad for those who might be going through similar illnesses that Liba had. I really feel very sad about that. I know I was talking to a gentleman recently, and he works in a hospital here in Jacksonville, and he said that, you know, he's attached to the cancer ward, and it is very, very, very heart-rending to see what cancer is doing to folks. So all those out there who are having difficulty with the disease and relatives who are connected, I know what you're going through. I couldn't speak of this before because it wasn't in our scope.
It wasn't our experience.
It wasn't our experience, but now it is. It has been. So, we feel it. But Louis, I want to tell you, you've been a good friend to me.
Thank you.
Ever since I met you, you have been a good friend to me. You really have been. You've been there. I know you're a cheery woman. You like to just, laugh and be cheery and whatnot. And I appreciate that. It's not my intention to ever, try to curb what you are naturally.
Well, I am thankful for that, Nancy. I always say that I am who I am because, well, with God's grace, but I think personality-wise, I am who I am because you did not try to change me.
That's right.
And you loved me for who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So why try to change someone who you first loved?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I think
that's a form of insecurity.
Yeah, and I think that really and truly, one of the very important things in a marriage is that you have to accept your partner to a great extent. You can have compromise, but you cannot change someone's personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you change someone's personality, if they are a friendly person and like to meet people and they're just friendly and you are a jealous person, that person may try to please you by cutting out who they are, but they'll be bursting at the seam. So before long, they'll get very frustrated. So love your partner for who they are, because your culture, your background, who you are has been molded from a baby. So you just have to work with what you have. And it's not a matter of changing the person, cloning the person who you want, but allow the person to be who they are. But you could compromise. Because I always say that Lance and I are not always on the same page. I am not boasting about that. You're on the same video, but we may not always be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
But because of trust and respect, you accept the person for who they are. Hey, I seen an insect under your arm.
Don't worry. You don't do anything.
Careful, because it's like it's an ants.
Don't worry. Mommy, you'll hit the...
Hold on.
No, don't worry yourself.
It's running all over the
Yeah,
arm.
leave it alone, darling. Leave it alone. Trust me as a friend. Trust me as a friend. Don't get excited about it.
Okay. So yes, accepting each other. Because in this world, no one is perfect. And what someone may think is a perfect person, but somebody else they may find the same thing that is complementary in one person's eye, to another person they might find that, oh, I don't like that about that person. So it is respecting the person. True love, you must have respect in true love.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'll turn the camera away from you and just stop talking. Come on, give me some more.
Yes. Yeah, true, respect. Romance. Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Vacation.
That's right.
Yeah. So, what do you have to say in all about true friends? Right? You mentioned that I am your true friend, your good friend.
Well, I copied this song also from Google, right? A true friend offers unwavering support, honesty, and loyalty through thick and thin. through thick and thin.
Through content.
I could say that you really have been with me when my family had its deaths and whatnot. And even when my brother died recently, you were there. You were there for me. You were there. And then when your brother died, I had to be there for you. Not because you were there for me, you know.
I hope not.
Because true friendship comes naturally.
Yeah, of course. You empathize with the person.
Yeah, right.
You know, you don't. I mean, because some people are more emotional than others. Others more practical.
Yeah.
But if you are a very practical person and someone is emotional, and there is a death and that person break down and cry, you shouldn't be giving that person a big long lecture.
No.
That person need to grieve. That person need to feel what they feel. Let them cry. Let them grieve. But the time will come, if they're not moving on, as a friend, you have to say, hey, come on, you know, you have to do better than this, you know. You have to move on. You have others to live for. You have children. You have other children. You have other siblings. You have to be there to be supportive, you know.
Right.
So that's when, but if you really empathize with someone, even if you are practical, you ought to let that person grieve, cry, hug them up, whatever, and be supportive.
True, very true. Louise, yesterday I was sitting not too far from here, and some ducks, 2 ducks, got into a serious, furious fight. Well, of course, I guess it's a territorial thing, right?
Well, maybe that's why you can't see them today.
Well, there's one there now, it just came across, it looked
Because I
inside.
am so surprised.
But listen to my story, please.
Yeah.
This duck here now that is going back there, and you see it's almost approaching a turtle on a stick there,
Is that
on a stump. Yeah,
there?
right? It's a turtle out there.
I wonder if it will attack it.
Oh, no.
They're living in harmony.
Well, they're just oblivious to each other, I guess. But I was saying, right?
Yeah.
These ducks had a furious battle for a long spell
Wow.
in the water. I thought maybe, you know, I should go and get my camera and videotape the thing. And then, you know, I thought, girl, I don't know why they're fighting. Maybe they're fighting over territory, as we say. Maybe there's some, you know, somebody involved, a third person. And I was going to call it a featherweight bout. Right? So I asked Owen today, I said, have you ever seen these ducks fighting? He said, yes. And usually one will snap the other one's neck. So can you imagine that?
So it will kill it?
Of course, it will kill it. And he has seen it happen. So it's unfortunate, but even in nature, even in the animal kingdom, there is so much grief also, eh?
Yeah.
And you know, people go to great lengths these days to
be mean
to show their own color, their true colors, which is bad, of course.
Yeah. Let love prevail, man. Live and let live.
Usually the ducks come fluttering through here and they crash land in the water here, oh my. But I don't see any. Maybe it's too early.
Yeah, I am surprised to see no ducks at all. Last time we were here, the ducks put on a big show, you remember that?
Yes, my dear girl. Oh, there's a big turtle, right?
Yeah.
There's a big turtle right there in the water. It's passing. It's a pretty big one.
Where is it? Oh, right there. But no alligators. I'm not seeing alligators at all.
Well, stay off the bank, please. I don't want to prove anything.
And what's this here? Look at little turtle right there.
Well,
What's that?
no, that's some debris passing by.
Passing by. Passing on the outside.
A lovely day here. So, Mama Lou, thank you for
That's
being
the
a
turtle
good
there,
friend.
Lance. Look at that across there.
Oh, yes.
Launching out in the deep.
If you had something to throw for it, it would have been all right, but you don't have anything. Anyway, So Mama Lou Gill, thank you very much, my good friend. My true friend.
My true friend.
Good old friend.
My soulmate.
Especially, you know, when you're finding friends, when there's a crisis of ill health,
Exactly.
then you know who your friends are and what's not.
Exactly.
You know? But
Look at the love frogs.
oh yeah, man, they're changing color and all.
So you have love birds, you have love frogs.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mommy Gill. All the best.
Bye-bye.